Diabetes management often means making smart food choices. But did you know that some seemingly innocent foods could be sabotaging your blood sugar control? In this video, we'll uncover 8 surprising foods that you should avoid if you're diabetic. From your favorite snacks to common pantry staples, these foods can secretly spike your blood sugar levels and derail your diabetes management efforts. Stick around as we dive into the hidden dangers of these everyday foods and provide practical tips to keep your blood sugar stable. Let's get started on taking control of your health and making informed dietary choices that truly support your well-being. First, we have bananas. Bananas are often considered a healthy snack due to their rich nutrient profile, but for individuals with diabetes, they may pose certain risks. One of the main concerns is the high carbohydrate content in bananas. Carbohydrates are broken down into glucose in the body, which can cause a rapid increase in blood sugar levels. This spike in blood sugar can be particularly problematic for diabetics who need to carefully manage their glucose levels to avoid complications. Bananas are also high in natural sugars, particularly fructose. While fructose does not cause an immediate spike in blood sugar levels, it is metabolized in the liver, where it can be converted to glucose and subsequently released into the bloodstream. This delayed effect can still contribute to higher overall blood sugar levels. Additionally, excessive fructose consumption has been linked to insulin resistance, a condition where the body's cells do not respond effectively to insulin, further complicating diabetes management. Next, we have grapes. One primary concern is their high sugar content. Grapes contain a substantial amount of natural sugars, including glucose and fructose. When consumed, these sugars can rapidly increase blood sugar levels, which is particularly problematic for diabetics who must carefully monitor and control their glucose intake to prevent complications. Another issue is the fiber content in grapes, or rather the lack thereof. While grapes do contain some dietary fiber, the amount is relatively low compared to other fruits. Fiber is beneficial because it slows the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream, helping to maintain more stable blood sugar levels. The low fiber content in grapes means that the sugars they contain are absorbed more quickly, leading to faster spikes in blood sugar. Next, we have pineapples. This tropical fruit is rich in natural sugars, including sucrose, fructose, and glucose, which can cause a rapid increase in blood sugar levels. For diabetics who need to closely monitor and manage their glucose intake, consuming pineapples can lead to spikes in blood sugar that are difficult to control. Another issue with pineapples is their relatively low fiber content compared to their high sugar and carbohydrate levels. Fiber helps to slow the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream, promoting more stable blood sugar levels. However, the low fiber content in pineapples means that the sugars they contain are absorbed more quickly, leading to rapid spikes in blood sugar levels. This can be particularly problematic for diabetics who rely on fiber to help manage their blood sugar. Pineapples can also interfere with the efficacy of diabetes medications. Many diabetics rely on medications to help control their blood sugar levels, and consuming high-sugar foods can counteract the effects of these medications. This can make it more challenging to achieve stable blood sugar control, highlighting the importance of careful dietary choices for diabetics. Weight management is another concern for diabetics when it comes to consuming pineapples. This fruit is relatively calorie-dense due to its high sugar content, and consuming it in large quantities can lead to increased caloric intake and potential weight gain. Maintaining a healthy weight is essential for managing diabetes, as excess weight can exacerbate insulin resistance and complicate blood sugar control. Limiting the intake of high-calorie fruits like pineapples can be an important part of an effective weight management strategy for diabetics. Next, we have watermelon. Watermelon, with its refreshing taste and high water content, can pose several risks for individuals with diabetes. One of the primary concerns is the high glycemic index (GI) of watermelon. The GI measures how quickly a food raises blood sugar levels, and watermelon has a high GI. This means that consuming watermelon can lead to a rapid spike in blood sugar levels, which can be particularly challenging for diabetics to manage effectively. Watermelon also has a relatively low fiber content. Fiber is essential for diabetics because it slows the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream, helping to maintain more stable blood sugar levels. The low fiber content in watermelon means that the sugars it contains are absorbed more quickly, leading to rapid spikes in blood sugar. This can undermine the efforts of diabetics to manage their condition through diet. The carbohydrate content of watermelon is another factor that can be problematic for diabetics. Even though it is not as high in carbohydrates as some other fruits, a standard serving of watermelon can still contribute a significant amount of carbs to a diabetic's daily intake. This can be particularly concerning because high carbohydrate intake can lead to increased blood sugar levels, making it more difficult to achieve the desired glycemic control. Watermelon can also interfere with the effectiveness of diabetes medications. Many diabetics rely on medications to help regulate their blood sugar levels, and consuming high GI foods like watermelon can counteract the effects of these medications. This can result in less effective blood sugar control and increase the risk of diabetes-related complications. Therefore, it is crucial for diabetics to be mindful of their fruit choices to ensure their treatment plans remain effective. Next, we have mangoes. Mangoes, often referred to as the king of fruits, are beloved for their sweet and juicy flavor. However, for individuals with diabetes, consuming mangoes can present several risks. One of the primary concerns is the high sugar content found in mangoes. These fruits contain significant amounts of natural sugars, including glucose, fructose, and sucrose. When consumed, these sugars can cause a rapid increase in blood sugar levels, which is problematic for diabetics who need to manage their glucose intake carefully. The glycemic index, GI, of mangoes is another critical factor. The GI measures how quickly a food raises blood sugar levels, and mangoes have a moderate to high GI. This means that eating mangoes can lead to a quick and significant rise in blood sugar levels. For diabetics, this can result in unstable blood sugar control, making it harder to maintain the desired levels needed to manage their condition effectively. Mangoes are also high in carbohydrates. A single serving of mango can contain a substantial amount of carbs, contributing significantly to the daily carbohydrate intake that diabetics need to limit. High carbohydrate consumption can overwhelm the body's ability to produce or respond to insulin, leading to elevated blood sugar levels. Managing carbohydrate intake is crucial for diabetics, and consuming high-carb fruits like mangoes can complicate this process. The natural sugars in mangoes, particularly fructose, can contribute to insulin resistance when consumed in large amounts. Insulin resistance is a condition where the body's cells do not respond effectively to insulin, making it harder to regulate blood sugar levels. For diabetics, maintaining insulin sensitivity is crucial, and limiting the intake of high-sugar fruits like mangoes can help prevent worsening insulin resistance. Mangoes can also interfere with the efficacy of diabetes medications. Many diabetics rely on medications to help control their blood sugar levels, and consuming high-sugar foods like mangoes can counteract the effects of these medications. This can make it more challenging to achieve stable blood sugar control, highlighting the importance of careful dietary choices for diabetics. Next, we have dried fruits. Dried fruits, while often considered a convenient and nutritious snack, can pose significant risks for individuals with diabetes. One of the main concerns is their high sugar content. The drying process concentrates the natural sugars found in fruit, resulting in a much higher sugar concentration compared to fresh fruit. This increased sugar content can lead to rapid spikes in blood sugar levels, which can be particularly problematic for diabetics who need to manage their glucose levels carefully. The carbohydrate content of dried fruits is also a critical factor. Dried fruits are packed with carbohydrates, often much more so than their fresh counterparts. For example, a small handful of dried raisins can contain as many carbs as a whole apple. High carbohydrate intake can overwhelm the body's insulin response, leading to elevated blood sugar levels. Managing carbohydrate intake is crucial for diabetics, and consuming high-carb foods like dried fruits can complicate this process. Portion control becomes a significant issue with dried fruits. Because they are so concentrated, it's easy to consume a large amount of dried fruit in a short period without realizing it. This can lead to excessive intake of sugars and carbohydrates, further complicating blood sugar management for diabetics. Even small portions of dried fruits can add up quickly in terms of carb and sugar content. Another concern is the potential addition of extra sugars and preservatives in many commercially available dried fruits. These added sugars can further increase the overall sugar content, making dried fruits even less suitable for diabetics. Additionally, preservatives like sulfites, used to extend shelf life and enhance color, can have adverse effects on some individuals, adding another layer of complexity to the choice of consuming dried fruits. Next, we have fruit juices. Fruit juices, though often perceived as healthy, can pose significant risks for individuals with diabetes. One of the primary concerns is their high sugar content. When fruits are juiced, their natural sugars become highly concentrated, and the fiber that helps regulate sugar absorption is lost. This high concentration of sugars can cause rapid spikes in blood sugar levels, making it difficult for diabetics to maintain stable glucose levels. Fruit juices are also high in carbohydrates. Even a small serving of fruit juice can contain a significant amount of carbs, contributing to the daily carbohydrate intake that diabetics need to limit. High carbohydrate consumption can overwhelm the body's insulin response, leading to elevated blood sugar levels. For diabetics, managing carbohydrate intake is crucial, and drinking fruit juice can make this more challenging. The lack of fiber in fruit juices is another problem. Fiber in whole fruits helps to slow the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream, promoting more stable blood sugar levels. However, the juicing process removes most of the fiber, leaving behind the concentrated sugars. Without the fiber to moderate sugar absorption, the sugars in fruit juice enter the bloodstream quickly, leading to rapid spikes in blood sugar. Weight management is another crucial consideration for diabetics when it comes to consuming fruit juices. These beverages are calorie-dense due to their high sugar content, and drinking them in large quantities can lead to increased caloric intake and potential weight gain. Maintaining a healthy weight is essential for managing diabetes, as excess weight can exacerbate insulin resistance and complicate blood sugar control. Limiting the intake of high-calorie drinks like fruit juice can be an important part of an effective weight management strategy for diabetics. Last, we have canned fruits and syrup. Canned fruits and syrup might seem like a convenient option for adding fruit to your diet, but they can pose significant risks for individuals with diabetes. One of the primary concerns is the high sugar content. Canned fruits are typically preserved in a sugary syrup, which significantly increases their sugar content compared to fresh fruit. This added sugar can cause rapid spikes in blood glucose levels, making it difficult for diabetics to manage their blood sugar effectively. The carbohydrate content in canned fruits is also a major concern. The syrup used for preservation adds a significant amount of carbohydrates to the fruit. Even a small serving of canned fruit can contribute a large portion of the daily carbohydrate allowance for someone with diabetes. Managing carbohydrate intake is crucial for maintaining stable blood sugar levels, and the high carb content in canned fruits can make this more challenging. Weight management is another important consideration. Canned fruits and syrup are calorie-dense due to their high sugar content. Consuming them in large quantities can lead to increased caloric intake and potential weight gain. For diabetics, maintaining a healthy weight is crucial, as excess weight can worsen insulin resistance and make blood sugar management more difficult. Reducing the intake of high-calorie, sugary foods like canned fruits can be an essential part of effective weight management. The preservation process for canned fruits often involves adding extra sugars and sometimes artificial sweeteners, which can further increase their overall sugar content. These added sugars can significantly contribute to elevated blood glucose levels and make it harder for diabetics to control their blood sugar. Additionally, some canned fruits may contain high fructose corn syrup, which can exacerbate insulin resistance over time.